Thank you. Calls and webinars are recorded for stakeholder convenience, allowing those who are unable to attend to listen to the recordings after the meetings. The recordings will be publicly available on the ISO web page for a limited time following the meetings. Recordings and any related transcriptions should not be reprinted without the ISO permission. We have the following agenda today. We'll talk about map stage and stage availability. We'll see if there are any changes in the market simulation initiatives and timelines. Talk about individual initiatives separately, and then we'll have an update about OMS enhancements and ADS Phase 3 activation of new features. We'll talk about next steps. Map stage availability can be found on portalmap.kaiso.com. That will be the most current information. Current map stage maintenance, we don't have anything scheduled yet. There's a CMRI, UI, and API brief interruption that has been scheduled on 13th of November, which is upcoming. Any questions and concerns on the availability of map stage environment?
Hi, Ashiman. This is Ray calling from PG&E. So, to be clear, tomorrow, is there a scheduled maintenance window at all for Friday, or is the market sim still going to run?
The market sim environment is running. We don't have any maintenance scheduled yet for tomorrow.
Thank you. That clears up.
All right, moving on. There are no changes on the market simulation initiatives and timelines for today. We discussed last time that the intertide deviation settlement project market simulation will start on 1st of December. That is still the date currently. We have symmetrical wheeling. We also discussed that symmetrical wheeling project is going to start from 12th of November to 8th of November, the testing timeline dates. There are no other changes on the timelines. The simulation calendar is at the following link. Any questions on the timeline? All right.
Hey, Anshuman, this is Chris. I'm back here with SCE.
Hi, Chris.
Just wanted to, well, maybe jumping the gun here, but I was asking on the timeline slide, let me know if this question is going to be answered. Do you guys have a backup plan if you can't go with the structure scenario on December 1st for intertide deviation settlement?
So, Ashwin, I'll take that question because I was the one in the rug earlier this week who promised Chris we're going to have a plan for that. So, Chris, this is what we're thinking. For the IDS, we will probably get the code, middle of, in a few days, and close to middle of November, and we plan to do that testing and then do the entire market simulation rehearsal before the actual market simulation, right? So that's what we do in our testing environment. Before we expose the code to market participants, we rehearse all those scenarios and testing that you will see during the market simulation. So all that plans to end close to December 1st when we plan to open the map stage and execute all the market simulation scenarios for intertide deviation settlement. If during this period from the time when we start testing to the December 1st, when we are supposed to open the project to external testing, we get any problems, any issues, any defects that will not make the code ready for that December 1st market simulation, structure market simulation scenario testing, then that's when we're going to have to make a decision because delaying the market sim will put us too close to the activation date. So bear with us. I think the backup plan is if we find those issues in the second part of November when we test and prepare the code for external exposure, then that's when we will make a decision, in which case we have to inform our legal to refile with FERC to pick a different date, because we have to inform FERC of a different implementation date. Right now it's January 1st, but if we can't make that date, then we'll probably file to delay it by 1 month to February 1st. That will be the backup plan. Sorry about that. Is that okay?
Yes, thank you. I think that we will be okay with that. I'll let everybody else chime in, of course.
All right. Thank you, Adrian, for the update, and thank you, Chris, for the question. Anybody else has any more questions for the IDS project? All right. Then for the IDS project, as we discussed, we're going to do structured scenario as of now on December 1st. Please use the demo.kaiso.tag.oati.com to submit the tags in MapStage environment. And the structured scenario document is available at the following link. Symmetry reading project, the testing timeline would be November 12th to November 30th. And the business requirement specification document is available here. And in the last meeting, I did not have the document of unstructured scenarios. It is available now on this presentation, so you can take the link from here.
Hi, Ashman. This is Chun. Oh.
Yes, go ahead, Chun.
Go ahead, finish.
That's what I was going to ask, if there are any questions.
Oh, okay. So just looking the calendar, the December 1, and understand that if that is the day we're doing structure, we probably, for the day ahead bid, we're going to start to put in bids on November 30th, which is a Monday and a day after the Thanksgiving. So we just want to make sure that CAISO, on that November 30, the environment is up and running and working.
Definitely. We are on the same page. I will make sure that it's running on Sunday and on Monday, and we don't have any problems on that day.
Thank you.
Thank you. All right. If there are no questions, I'll move on. Hybrid resources phase 1, testing timeline between October 26th to November 13th. And the BRS document is available at the following link. Commitment cost and default energy bid enhancements. Testing timeline between July 27th to November 24th. And the new cyber rules will be live on November 10th. Training document available at the following link. And the new cyber business rules are available and published 27th of October at the following links. Any questions on the two projects here?
Hi, Ashman. It's Ray again from PG&E. It looks like we're running into a couple of issues testing for hybrid resources. Do you think we can maybe have an offline discussion after this meeting?
For sure, yes.
Thank you.
Just wanted to announce one more thing, that for Intertide Deviation Settlements project, the market sim calendar is published. So I know you were asking for it last time in the last meeting, so it is published, so you can go and check on it on the release planning website. All right, moving on. Nodal pricing model, testing timeline between October 6th to November 13th. We perform the structured scenario between October 20 to October 22. Structured scenario document available at the following link. And we have added more information about this project, the details of it, our FERC filing, and the link to our market notice. So please feel free to review these links and get more details about this project. Any questions related to this project? All right, moving on. FRP improvements, buffer and mill. We are done with the structured scenario for this project. The structured scenario document is available at the following link. Energy imbalance market enhancement 2020. November 16, the testing timeline is between November 16 to November 30. BOP and BSAP are currently available for this particular enhancement. And the unstructured scenario document is available at the following link. Any questions on these two projects? All right. Settlements Q4 winter release, the day-ahead nodal project, IDS, EAM enhancements, symmetrical wheeling, they're all part of this winter release document. And the draft settlements technical documentation is available at the following link. Any questions on this release? Okay, moving on. Trang, could you provide us an update on the OMS enhancements and the ADS project?
Thank you, Anshuman. Can you hear me okay?
Yes.
Okay. So for OMS, the update that we have here is that this first wave of OMS roadmap items of the 3 we've been communicating is in map stage as of early this morning and available for testing. So that is what is in the market sim presentation in the slide and the next. And we will continue to have the discussions on the production timeline. We are, getting the feedback and communicating and discussing internally of what the appropriate production target is. And we understand that you would like about a 2-month testing window for that, and so we are again trying to discuss that with our operations team to kind of balance, their needs with production. And then also now that we're open for testing in map stage, the results of that testing and the progress that is being made externally by your teams on this will be also taken into consideration as far as the production implementation. So please do take a look at the map stage environment and start your OMS testing for these XOC changes if you're impacted by those, and submit any cities or let us know if there are any other questions on that. We are going to make clarifications about the cutover expectation in production as far as whether there will be required XSD changes in a hard cutover or more of an adopt when ready for these as well. So we'll continue the discussion in the TOG on Tuesday about that, as well as on Monday if there's any issues or no issues to report on the market sim call. So are there any other questions on OMS that I hadn't covered in this brief update? Okay, and this slide would be updated to show that the changes did go to map stage, but they went early this morning instead of yesterday, so we'll change that to the 5th. Okay, so instrument, you can move on. Okay, so for ADS activation, so ADS phase 3, so the update here is that we had a first weekly customer bridge yesterday with a new focus on the activation of the new features and then the adoption, of course, before that activation. So we are still planning to activate by December 16th these new features that are listed based on the confirmation of the ADS adoption plans that we are working with you on. So that's the only update on ADS at this time. Are there any questions on that?
Hi, this is Carlos from AC.
Hi, Carlos. Go ahead.
So I still have the issue that I reported on was a couple of weeks ago. I raised the city ticket. We can access the ADS UI fine, but actually trying to query through the API, both version 7 and version 8, we are getting timeouts for all our calls. Anybody else has had this problem? We're talking about MapStage.
We had timeout on that, but now we don't have.
Thank you, Nora. Can you say that again? You were having timeouts in MapStage, or was that production?
Yeah, well, production, but when we pointed MapStage, we had a timeout, but we don't see, there is no more timeout.
Okay. And I think, Nora, you also had a city case with the same item, too, I believe. And
That's
so, okay, so Carlos, we don't know of any known issues at this point. Are you having, so may I ask if you're also having the issue in production as well? And we don't want to troubleshoot on this, but it's just...
No, sure, yeah. The production from the same machines is working fine.
Okay, good. So I'll take that information and look at your city. I just wanted to ask that question specifically because there were some fixes that went into production that also went into MapStage so that those two are on the same level. So so that was the reason for my inquiry there. But we'll take a look at your city for MapStage and then put some comments in there today on the latest, okay?
Great, thank you.
So the fix.
Hey, Frank. This is Isaac from SE.
Yes. Go ahead.
We expressed that same issue that Carlos is having. He's using a different application server, but that we are using. We're using the generation management service, application server. So both of these, it appears that both of our servers are not able to hit your MapStage environment. And we brought that up on yesterday's call. And I think we have also a city ticket created for that. And the city ticket number is 230981. And from our GMS servers, we haven't been able to connect to your MapStage since the 2nd at around 11 in the morning. So I don't know if that time frame helps you troubleshoot.
Oh, sure, and especially if that's in the city, too. And as I understand that from your GMS system, I believe that uses an ECN connection also, but I'll take a look at what you provided in the city and see if we can confirm if you are using a different URL also, so in addition to the app server. So I'll take a look at those, too. And then, Nora, sorry, Isaac, did you have anything else besides looking into the city case?
I just follow-up question. You mentioned that you... you deploy to address these issues. Can I ask? Did you deploy yesterday, or because since yesterday we don't see that issue anymore? I was wondering if.
So Nora, let me just clarify. There is that we had last week some production ADS fixes that went in, and then we backfilled those into the MapStage environment to keep those two in sync. And then as far as yesterday so not necessarily for that specific issue, I'll have to look at the details, which were probably provided in a customer notice, but I'll have to look at the specific issue. And then as far as this week, I'm not aware of any ADS maintenance in the MapStage environment that has happened, but I will confirm that as part of, with the ADS subject matter expert team to add that information to the city for more testing. Okay.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
Yeah. Thanks, Nora. Great. So thank you for providing that feedback on ADS. I wasn't able to be on the call yesterday, so we will take a look offline at these three items, these three cities, and then respond in those ones. Any other questions on ADS? Okay. Thank you, Andrew.
Thank you, Tran, for the update. I think that's all I have. So I'll open up if anybody has any more concerns regarding any of the projects we talked about.
Hey, Anshuman, this is Stanley with PCI.
Go ahead, Stanley.
So I've got a question about the nodal pricing. We've been trying to do some settlement statement validation and review, and there's no day-ahead pricing available on Oasis MapStage. We've filed a ticket, but we haven't got a response yet. Are you guys aware that that's a problem?
So Stanley, due to extensive testing that we performed for this particular project, we did the testing beyond the settlement days. So you probably don't have settlements data for a couple of days that we did perform, like we did a couple of scenarios on the days that were not the settlement days. Now, we're trying to see if we can perform these scenarios again on settlement days, but that is dependent on our resources getting the time because we have started doing the EIM onboarding too. So I'll get back to you on the date of when we can do the scenarios again. And Adrian, if you might want to add some clarification, then feel free.
Yeah, this is Trang. Would you mind if I ask a couple other questions, Stanley, on this?
Yes.
You are trying to view day-ahead data for PAC NPM in MapStage Oasis. Is that correct?
Right.
Okay.
Yeah. If you go into MapStage Oasis, there's like not even a day-ahead selection anymore on the LMP reports.
Yes, that is.
You only see rocks.
Yes. Okay. That one instrument, it may be related to the data retention, but there's also a piece where we have upcoming Oasis changes for day-ahead Nodal in Oasis to support PAC, and those changes aren't yet in MapStage. So right now we have CMRI showing the day-ahead data for PAC NPM, but in Oasis, we are actually pending some additional promotion of additional changes there. And then once those are there, we would re-expose the day-ahead data with PAC. So,
okay. So we need to look at the CMRI price.
Yes.
Interesting. Okay.
Yeah, and
okay.
The CMRI is available for day-ahead right now, and so just review that at this point, and then the PAC project team on our side, they're working to wrap up the Oasis testing for day-ahead nodal pricing. And then once they do that, we'll move the changes to MapStage and then restore the Oasis day-ahead report. And then at that point, it'll show the NPM data in Oasis as well for day-ahead.
Gotcha. Okay, because we were trying to do negative testing with other clients, and so we didn't see anything to check against. So you're saying that you guys need to patch something before we can see any of that information? Okay.
Yes.
Got it.
All right. But let me know if you think of any other questions too. Yep. Okay. And then, take a look in CMRI for now for PAC NPM, and then we'll go from there.
Okay. Thank you.
Thank you, Trang, for the update. Any more questions?
Hi, Inchman. This is Chunyu. Can you hear me?
Yes, Chunyu, go ahead.
Yeah, so I just hear what the exchange between Stanley and Trang there. So because our team run the hybrid resource testing and not able to see the price, is that this has anything to do with what Trang just described, what happened?
So when she was talking about the data retention policy, I think we just showed last 7 days worth of data in MapStage Oasis, and then it's purged. And then she touched on another point of having some facts go into Oasis, which will enable the day-ahead report to be shown for the NPM results. And I don't believe it has anything to do with the hybrid resources testing that just started on 1st of December, if I'm not wrong. We are still within the data retention days, and you should be able to see any more all the data related to those testing. Now, are you having any problems with viewing any of the data?
Well, what I heard, I mean, Ray will know more on this. What I heard is that we're not able to see the price and the market award. So I didn't even think that. And we heard that Kaisosai has the problem for that trade day, but I just heard that what Trent just explained and just triggers my question. So if it's not, that's good. Anyway, I'll let you and Ray work out the next testing day for the hybrid resource.
Sure. Trang, do you want to add something?
Sorry, just on that one for hybrid resources, I just wanted to confirm there is an Open City case on that already. Is there one?
Yes, Frank, there's a couple of
okay.
Yeah, there's a couple of city tickets open.
Okay, sure. So that'll help for me to go back and take a look with Instrument 2 and just confirm if there's any relation between those. I believe that what I was referring to is specific to nodal pricing, but we will take a look.
And I'll update both city tickets just so that the most recent information is there.
Yes, that would help, just which trade date and which report and what you're seeing. That would be great.
Thank you.
Hey, Trang. It's Stanley again. Sorry. I was just talking with one of our analysts. So he was also noting that on, I guess, a non-PAC client settlement statement that we were reviewing, there was no day-ahead prices in the settlements, but there was a 6011 that got created. So how are we supposed to validate that if there's no pricing there?
Okay. All right. And then that you've provided a lot of really helpful information, Stanley. So I'm wondering if you also have a city too that I could take a look at, or if you could send us some information. I've captured it, but I want to make. Okay.
Sure. Yeah, it's 230-0733.
230. I'm sorry. 733.
733. Yeah.
Okay.
Thanks.
Sure. Then let me take a look at that too, and if you wanted to add the comment about the 1611 also, then that would help. But I've captured that for now.
Yeah, I think we've got both questions in there about the pricing and then also the settlement statement that we were looking at.
Okay, that sounds good. So we'll take a look offline
thank you.
here and then add a comment. Thank you.
Perfect. Thanks.
All right. If there are no more questions, we'll see you back again on Monday, November 9th. Thank you, everyone, for joining the call.
Thank you.